Good evening, all. Good evening. You're welcome to Tutorials with From Eternity the Schoolboy. Today, we are going to take a look at physics, our review on the physics assignment given in our last class. And we can see on the board, there are 5 questions. Question 1 says, the external and internal diameter of a tube are measured as 32 plus or minus 2 millimeter and 21 plus or minus 1 millimeter, respectively. Determine the percentage error in the thickness of the tube. Option A, 27%. B, 14%, C, 9%, D, 3%. Eliminate, what's the answer? Huh? Is that what? 9%. So how is it? Why is it 9%? Tell us. You have what? Come on. Come to the board. Come and solve it. Let's see what you did. Huh? Do that thing you did that made it help you to get 9%. Do it here. Let's see it. Take marker. How did you get 9%? That's what I want to know. You forgot how I got 9%. She says she forgot how she got 9%. Michael, what's the answer? Huh? Is that what? You not solve it? Speaker, let me hear you. Okay. Chinwaya, you don't solve it. You don't have to solve it. So how do you get 9%? Where do you get? Tell me true. Where do you get 9% from? Somebody's not clear. Okay, somebody solved it for you. Somebody taught me. When? Yesterday. And so where did the person solve it? The person knows it now. So where did the person solve it? Okay, you not bother to copy what the person solved. You are just interested in the answer. Anyway, you tried. See, there's nothing wrong. That's why it's an assignment, okay? There's nothing wrong going to somebody that knows it to teach you. It does a perfect. It shows that you are interested. You want to learn. I commend you for that. Okay, good. If you're given an assignment and you don't know the thing, and you have somebody that knows it, tell the person to teach you. You learn it. That's why it's assignment. Assignment helps you to cover a lot of things, even things you have not even done, to know it. Because if you are the type that like researching, you can research on it and how to calculate percentage error. You learn it. If you learn it, you've learned it. It's not true. Good. So I commend you for that. Anyway, let me solve it. Thank you. Sit down. Let me solve it. Now look up. You are told that the external. First of all, anything in physics any question you are asking in physics, maybe that is a description. Try to sketch it to help you to understand it. Okay. It talked about a tube. A tube looks like this, right? Right? True of us. This is how a tube looks like, right? Now, they say the internal and external diameter. That means the mount is the wall is like this, starting from the mount. True of us is double what layer, right? We have the inside and external. So they are told that the internal and external, the internal diameter let me bring this out like this. Let me bring this thing out like this. Look up. It's like this. Hope you know. Hope you know. Now, this is the center. Right? Now, internal diameter is from here. This is the internal diameter. True of us. Because this one is what? Inside, right? Right? While this is the external diameter, from this outside to this outside here is the external what? The diameter. Look up. This is the internal wall, and this is the what? External. Internal diameter is the diameter of this one inside. Okay? While the external diameter is one what? Diameter of the one what? Outside. Now, the thickness is from here to here. True or false? True or false? Talk to me now. Don't keep quiet. True or false? Please respond. If someone asks you a question in class, respond. Don't keep quiet. It's not a good attitude to class. Respond. It will help your lecturer to know that you are following. Don't keep quiet. Now, if this from here to here is the external diameter, and from here to here is what? Internal diameter. This is the what? Thickness. Are you aware? Now, how do you not think we can get this thickness? By doing what? Look at this diagram. How do you think we can get its thickness? By subtracting the internal diameter from the external diameter. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. From here to here is the external. The one inside is what? Internal. If you want to get the thickness, and this is the thickness. The thickness is like this. See it here. So if you want to get the thickness, subtract internal diameter from what? External diameter. Is it clear now? Now, having arrived at this understanding, let's go back to the question. We were told that the external diameter, external is what? 32 plus or minus what? 2. While the internal is what? 21 plus or minus. So if you want to get the thickness, subtract the internal one from the where? External one, okay? This thing you are seeing here, this 32 is the actual reading. This 2 is the error, okay? This 2 is the what? Error. Now, if you want to calculate the percentage error in thickness, first of all, try to do what? You can solve this in 2 ways. Find the percentage error in the external what? The diameter, okay? And find the percentage error in the internal what? Diameter. Then subtract the error in the internal diameter from the error in the what? Percentage error in the what? External what? Diameter. This is one way you can find it. If you like also, you subtract the internal diameter, which is 21, from the external one, which is 32, right? And keep it. And subtract their errors separately and keep it. Then you use the error, divide the error by the actual, times what? 100%. You get the percentage what? Error in the what? Thickness. Either of these ways, you get the answer. Now let's subtract. First of all, let's calculate the internal the diameter, the thickness. According to this question is what? External what? External diameter minus what? Internal what? Diameter. This is the thickness of this tube. Now, what is the external the diameter here? It's 32 plus or minus 1. So it's now what? 32 plus or minus 1 what? What's that? Sorry. The error is 2. Sorry. 32 plus or minus what? 2 millimeter. Minus 21 what? Plus or minus 1 what? If you want to do this type of subtraction, subtract the actual value separately and subtract the what? Errors. So the thickness measurement, the measurement of the thickness is what? 32 minus 21 is what? 11. 11 plus or minus 2 minus 1 is what? 1 millimeter. This is the what? This is the what? The thickness. This is the what? Thickness according to this measurement. Now, if you are in this thickness, this is the error, and this is the actual what? Measurement, okay? The correct measurement, actual. So if you want to calculate the percentage error is equal to what? Error over what? Actual times what? 100%. Error over what? Actual times what? 100%. From this question now, what is the error? 1 millimeter, right? What is the actual? 11 what? Millimeter. So the actual is 11 millimeter times what? 100%. Millimeter or cancel millimeter. 1 divided by 11 times 100 is what? What's the answer? I'll do it fast. Let's not waste our time. 1 divided by 11 times 100 is what? Is probably what? 9. So the answer is what? 9 what? Percent. If you like, remember I said that you can solve this through 2 ways. If you like, you can find the percentage error here. Find the percentage error here and subtract it. Let's see whether we'll get it through this way. Look up. From this now, what is the percentage error here in the external diameter? Is what? Percentage error in the external diameter is what? Talk to me now. 2 millimeter over what? 32 what? Millimeter times what? This is the percentage error in the what? External diameter. What's the answer? Do it fast. Do it fast. What is the answer? Please, this is jam class, so I don't tolerate calculator, but I just want us to be fast. But please don't form the habit. It seems we even stop this difficulty because this is jam class, so you don't have issues in your jam. What's the answer? 16. 6.25. It not give us what the answer. Are you sure? 2 over 32 times 100. Check it. What's the answer? It seems it's 6.25. It not give us the answer. We'll not get it to that. It will not work. Please, this will not work. It will not work. It will not work. The first method is the best way to do it. That is, if this is 6.25, it will not work. Okay? You subtract the diameter first before you do your calculation. If 2 over 32 times 100% will give us 6.25, it will not give us what I'm looking for. Because 1 over 21 will give us something different. Let me even see. How are you? No, this first method I said will not work, please. It will not work. This is you have to find the what? Find the what? Thickness first before you find the error, okay? Please don't use that method. It will not give us what you're looking for. You find the thickness first. When you find the thickness, by subtracting internal diameter from where? External diameter. Then you can now find the what? Error. So this is the answer. This method, this first method will not work. We use this method. Any question on this one? Any question on this one? But I'm still surprised that it's not working. Why is it not working? Anyway, let me not crack my brain over that. Now, the answer is what? 9%. Number 2. Number 2 says, what is the reading of the vernier caliper shown below? A, 1.88 cm. B, 1.80 cm. C, 1.28 cm. D, 1.97 millimeter. Did you bother to ask the person to help you here? To teach you this one. Because they need to teach you this one. The person doesn't know it. Alright, Michael, you are here because when we taught this thing in class, you were there, right? Vernier caliper. Can't see what is the answer. Fast. For what else I can't see fast. Don't waste our time. Come out and solve it on the board. Okay, you missed class that day. But you were in class. So what's the problem? And what was him again? Chibuz Oya. Come and solve it. Fast. Take marker. Solve number 2 for us. The options. It's not. All right. Thank you. Now listen. We said that vernier caliper has 2 scales. The main scale and the what? Vernier scale. This one on top is the main scale. This one is the what? Vernier scale. And we said that if you want to get the reading in a vernier caliper, whatever reading you get in the main scale, you add it up to the one you get from the vernier scale. You get the answer. He tried, but he missed something on the main scale. Okay? Now, to know if you want to take reading on the vernier scale, please note something. Look at the calibration here. This is 2 cm. Okay? And this is what? 3 cm. So if this is 2 cm and this is 3 cm, one thing you should notice, you should try as much as possible to know the value of each of these what? Calibration. If you know, this is started from here. There's something here, but they didn't indicate it. They just showed you 2 cm here and 3 cm here. And that's also what confused Chigozo. This reading here, remember, the reading in the main scale stops before on the last calibration, before the what? Vernier scale. Okay? The reading in the main scale stop at the what? The calibration that comes before the what? Vernier scale. So the reading on this main scale should stop here. Okay? It should stop here. And if you want to know the value of each of these calibration, they are giving us 2 and 3. Subtract 2 from 3, it give you 1 cm, right? Then count this thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 calibration between 2 and 3, right? If you want to know what that one calibration represents, subtract this from this. That means from here to here is 1 cm, right? You divide it by that 10 divisions, okay? We counted. If you divide 1 by 10, that means each of these calibration is what? 0.1 what? Cm. True of us? So what it means is that here is 2 cm, right? Here should be what? 2.1, right? Repeat after me. Here should be what? 2 point what? 2 point what? 2 point what? 4. 2 point what? 5. 2 point what? 6. 2 point what? 7. 2 point what? 8. 2 point what? 9. And what? 3. It must rhyme. So from here now, you can't. So each of these simple division is what? 0.1 cm. 0.1 cm. Okay? Now, if each of the subdivision is 0.1 cm, remember that the main scale stop where? Here. Before you start the vernier scale. That means main scale reading should be somewhere less than 2, right? Now, if here is 2, here should be what? 1 point what? Good, because you subtract 0.1, right? And here is what? 1.8. 1 point what? 8. So that means the main scale stopped at where? So the reading on the main scale is what? 1.8. You write it down. Main scale reading is what? 1.8 what? cm. Now let's check vernier scale. I also told you that in vernier scale, one division of the vernier scale is 10 division of the what? Main scale. That means vernier scale is one scale here in the main division. If you divide it into 10, it will give you one of these what? Vernier what? Scale. That means here for vernier scale now, this division represents 0.0 what? 1 cm. You see, are you together? If the division in the main scale, one division is what? 1 cm. That means the division in the vernier scale is 1 over what? 10, which is 1 cm over 10, which is what? 0.1 what? cm. So the one division in the vernier scale is 0.1 what? cm. 0.01 what? cm. But we have many divisions. How do we know the divisions on the reading? Where this actually stops? If you want to check that, check where the main vernier scale and the main scale coincide, where they overlap. Okay, look at here. Where do you think they overlap here? Where? Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? Can you see it? They overlap. See it now. True or false? True or false? Then you count from here and stop here, or you count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's at the 8th what? Division. If one division in the vernier scale is 0.01, 8 divisions should be what? 0.08, right? You multiply that 0.8 by what? 0.01. Are we together? Who is lost? Nobody. So that means on the vernier scale, the reading is what? 0.08 cm. Vernier scale reading is what? 0.08 cm. While main scale reading is what? 1.8 cm. So if you want to check the reading of this vernier caliper, you add the reading on the main scale to the reading on the what? Vernier scale. So this will be 1.8 plus what? 0. What? 0 what? 8 cm. Add 1.8 to 0.08 cm. What is the answer? 1. What? 88 cm. So the reading of this vernier scale is what? 1.8 what? 8 cm. The answer is what? A. Chibus, have you seen where you made mistake? You tried on the what? On the what? Vernier scale. But here it will confuse you. They didn't put anything here. You now went and started from 2 cm. So the question can be twisted. Use this thing. Try to understand the diagram before you can solve it. That means here she is 1.8. So the answer is what? 1.88 what? cm. 1.88 cm. Let's look at number 3. Number 3 says, from the diagram below, the measuring accuracy of the micrometer screw gauge is A. 10.55 millimeter, B. 11.55 millimeter, C. 13.05 millimeter, D. 12.05 millimeter. And who answer this one? Can't see you. Clap for yourself. Chiwendoya, come and solve that one fast. Are you done? I explain what you did. Explain what you did.
Yes, the division.
Huh?
The divisions.
For what?
For the
Pitch scale. Okay, continue what they're saying. Main scale. And this one is what? You can call it mineral scale or the head. That one is the pitch. This one is the head or main. Anyone, just continue.
And in a micrometer scale, it's 0.01 millimeter.
A division.
No, like if you want to calculate it, the division is at 55.
Okay.
Then you times it with 0.
Why? Why do we times it with 0.01 millimeter? Who will tell us?
55. Like this division one that is here is 55, and the one that is here is 0.5. Then you have, if there's 55 division in 0.5, how many will you do in one division?
I continue.
So if you multiply this thing, it will give you 0.55.
Okay.
Then you count it in main scale.
Okay.
Here is 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then
Okay.
you now add it with what you got.
So what is the answer?
12.55.
Is the answer there? What are you eating? Bob will need. I hope you are listening to this class. Who help her? Who help her? There's something she's missing. Just a small, just a little step. Just little. Who help her? She just a little. Who help her? Come here, come out. I'm doing on the board. Fast. I'm messing with you. There's something she's missing. Oh yeah, take marker.
I 12 plus 0.55. That's 12.55 millimeter.
Who can solve this question? Look at this reading well. Something is missing in that reading. Look at it very well. Read this thing properly. Something is missing. There's something she's missing. That means up to now you don't know how to read these things. This one there, what does it represent?
Which one? This one?
What it represents? Daddy. You know that is half of that thing? That's a half now. So that place should be what?
Yeah. That is 0.5.
So what is that reading now?
12.5.
Oh yeah, continue. Stop thinking. Look at what you are giving and follow what you. Look at what you are giving and follow it. Don't think anything. There are nothing you are thinking. Look at the diagram you are giving. True of us. Study the diagram. Simple. Don't think anything. No be so. Mary. Don't think anything. Just look at diagrams. From diagram you are giving, deduce what you are giving to you. They can change the diagram, twist it to know that you will understand. You understood what is going on. So what's the answer now? So what's the answer? Have you seen this thing can be mischievous? If I'm the one that is setting the jam, I'll put that in there for you. I'll put that 12.55 millimeter for you. If you make a mistake, the option is there. You go and take it, bah! You come out of here and be gallivanting that you wrote highest in jam. You have to come out and you see 120. You be like, how come? Because you didn't look at, study what you are giving. Did you understand this? It's just the same pattern of what you did in that in vernier caliper. The only difference between the two of them is this. For a vernier caliper, the only difference is that for a vernier caliper in the main scale, try to understand the main scale, okay? The main scale has no definite. You cannot say that it must be 1 centimeter. Try to understand it. But whatever the calibration is in the main scale, it will be over 10 of it in the what? Vernier scale. Simple, okay? Now here is one calibration, here is 1 cm. So here it should be what? 1 should be what? 0.1. Here is 0.1 cm. So here should be what? 0.01 cm. But look at in the micrometer screw gauge, one thing you should know in the micrometer screw gauge is that the main scale is in what? Millimeter. Note that point, okay? For micrometer screw gauge, the reading is in what? Millimeter. Now here for micrometer screw gauge, one of these this lowest calibration here is 0.01 millimeter, not centimeter. 0.01 what? Millimeter. While in vernier scale is what? 0.01 centimeter. Millimeter and centimeter are not the same thing. For vernier scale, 0.01 centimeter. For micrometer screw gauge, 0.01 millimeter. If you like, you can still convert 0.01 millimeter to centimeter. It will give you what? 0.001 what? Centimeter. That's why we say that the accuracy of micrometer screw gauge is what? 0.001 what? Centimeter or 0.01 what? Millimeter. While the accuracy of vernier caliper is what? 0.01 what? Centimeter or 0.1 what? Millimeter. Because 10 millimeter make 1 what? Centimeter. So if here is 0.01 centimeter, if you want to convert it to what? Millimeter, you multiply by what? 10. It will give you 0.1 what? Millimeter. But here in millimeter is what? The accuracy here is 0.01 millimeter. So if a division represents 0.1 what? 0.01 millimeter a micrometer screw gauge. Now, you know that one. Let's finish the main scale first, or the pitch. Here, you can't, you were told that here is what? 0, right? And here is what? 5. That means here should be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, what? 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The mistake she made is that she didn't know that this is half of this one. So here should be what? 0.5. So this here should be what? 12.5 what? Millimeter. So the reading on the main scale is what? 12.5 millimeter. That's what she wrote. Now let's go over to the what? The head or the what? Vernier scale. Here now, look at it. A division represent what? 0.01 what? Millimeter. But to know where the reading lies here, know where this long arm, this line on the micrometer screw gauge coincide with the reading on the what? On the vernier scale. That is what will give you the reading on this scale. Look at this. Where did this line join this one? At where? I say for the micrometer screw gauge, unlike here where you trace from here, this one where this line here hits this vernier scale is the reading on the vernier scale. So where did you trace this line? Where did it touch this place? At where? At where? Chips at where? At where? We are not here. What's the problem? At where? Huh? And you are there. Clap for yourself. See board, you went down, stay. Come this side. Come this side. You come closer, you. Come here. I don't know what you are doing there. You. I'm talking to you. Come here. Come and stay here. Let me repeat myself. To know the reading on the vernier scale or the head for micrometer screw gauge is where this line, the line on the main scale, hits the what? Coincide with any reading. If you trace this line on the main, this big line now, this Horizontal line. Whenever it touches the vernier scale here, any reading there is reading on the what? Vernier scale. So let's trace this line. Where did it touch here? At where? 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 Now 55. So that means this 55 means the 55, the 55th what? Division. Because this thing represents number of what? Division. So at the 55 what? Division. That's where it touches this. But how do we now convert this division to millimeter? We multiply it by the value of one division, okay? If one division is for micrometer scope gauge is what? On the vernier scale is 0.01 millimeter. Therefore, 55 division is what? 55 times what? 0.01 millimeter. That's what she did here. Where did she even do it? That's what she did here. 55 times what? 0.01 millimeter and got what? 0.55 what? Millimeter. So the reading on this head or the vernier scale of the micrometer scope gauge is what? 0.55 what? Millimeter. And if you want to now get the reading on this micrometer scope gauge, add the main and this one. It becomes what? 12.5 millimeter plus what? 0.55 millimeter will give you what? 13.05 what? Millimeter. So the reading of this micrometer scope gauge is what? 13.05 what? Millimeter. Is that clear? Are you sure? So the answer is what? The answer is what? 13.05 millimeter. So the answer is C. The answer is what? C. Let's go to number 4. Number 4 says, one of the following readings represent the measurement of the length. One of the following readings represent the measurement of the length of a metal rod using vernier calipers. Taking the reading in accuracy into consideration, the most likely one is A, 5.15 centimeter, B, 5.0 centimeter, C, 5.16 centimeter, D, 5.160 centimeter. It doesn't know what's the answer. Number 4. In a time in a class, what answer? Are you asking me? Because it's on the board. Which one is the most likely one to be the reading? Remember what I told you, that the number of decimal place. Remember what I told you in this class. The number of decimal place of a reading in any of these instruments must be in the same. Must have the same number of decimal place in the accuracy of that what instrument. Did I mention it? Did I mention it? If you know the accuracy of the instruments, know the number of decimal place in the accuracy of the instruments. Whatever measurement you carry out with that instrument will have the same number of decimal places with its accuracy. And the instrument used here is what? Vernier what? Calipers. So what is the accuracy of vernier calipers in cm? First of all, what is the accuracy of the vernier calipers in cm? So in cm, right? In cm, the accuracy of vernier caliper is what? 0.01 what cm. How many decimal places are there? In 0.01 cm, how many decimal places? How many? How many? How many? 2. So that means the reading must be in 2 decimal places. So which of the options has 2 decimal places? Is what? C. So the most correct likely answer is what? 5.16. 5.16 cm. Is it clear? Is it clear? 5.16 cm. Okay, now can someone tell me which of the instrument will give us 5.160 cm? and 5.156 cm. Which of the instrument will give us will likely give us 5.160 cm and 5.156 cm? Which one? Micrometer screw gauge is correct, because in cm the accuracy of micrometer screw gauge is what? 0.001 what? cm is decimal what? Places. So option A and D will likely come from where? Micrometer screw gauge. What of 5.0 cm? Which instrument? Likely. Meter rule, correct. Because the accuracy of meter rule in cm is what? 0.1 what? cm. It's not true. 0.1 what? cm. I hope you know that when this thing turn to millimeter, it will change. I hope you know. But whatever unit you use, the accuracy must have the same number of decimal places with the what? Reading. That's why if you come tomorrow if you ever in your life and come and tell me that you use a meter rule to measure something and the thing gave you 5.16, it's a lie. 5.16 cm is a what? It's a lie. You don't use meter rule to measure it, because you cannot get 5.16 cm with a meter rule. It's not possible. Is it clear? So this is the importance of decimal places. Very important. So the decimal place of the reading you took with a particular measuring instrument must be the same number of places, decimal places, with its what? Accuracy. Whether you are using weighing balance, if the weighing balance you are using has accuracy of 0.01 gram and you measure in gram, that whatever you get will have 2 decimal what? Places. Because you can read it, you can read up to 2 decimal places. That's the meaning. Now, so the answer of number 4 is what? Is what? C. 5.16 cm. Any question on this? Are you following now? I promise you that you follow. Hope you're following. Hope you're following. Are you happy, right? Smile for me. Good. She was confused when she came here. I told her, don't worry. By the time we do our review, that's why we'll do this review. Those that have one big blockhead that don't want to understand, refuse to understand, the more we do review, you do what? You understand. Those that understood and threw it away, and they went home, they didn't read, they pack it and threw away, watch film, do TikTok, I forgot everything we discussed. The more we do review, the more you do what? You follow. Those that came late, like Michael and Ellen Mary, we are here, what did the topic? You are not there now. So by the time we do more review, do what? You follow. This woman down there, look at this fair woman being. She didn't come when we did the topic. But now we are reviewing it. She do what now? She's following. It's only Kansi I don't understand. Kansi has been there from the beginning. Did you miss a class? So what's your problem? Okay, you don't understand it now. Perfect, good. Now, so let's go to number 5. Which of the following represents the correct precision? Remember I talked about accuracy and what? Precision, right? I said that same thing, right? Did I? Good. Now look at this now. Which of the following represents the correct precision? If the length of a piece of wire is measured with a meter rule, a millimeter. A is what? 35 millimeter. How? A millimeter. What is the accuracy of a meter? Millimeter. She said 1. Do you agree with her? Do you agree with her? Because in cm is what? 0.1. In cm is what? 0.1. And we have agreed that 10 millimeter gives you what? 1 what? cm. So that if 10 millimeter gives you 1 cm, 0.1 cm will give you how many millimeter? 1 millimeter. True of us? 1 millimeter. So if that is the case, those one with decimal points cannot work. True of us? The answer is what? 35 what? Millimeter. Because the accuracy in millimeter is what? 1 millimeter. So it should be a whole number. True of us? So that's why it's what? 35 millimeter. Remember what I told you that it depends on the unit you are using. But whatever unit, the accuracy or precision of the what? Instrument must give you the same number of decimal places in the what? This one has no decimal place. Hope you know. 0, right? Hope you know. So it's 35 what? Millimeter. Is it clear? So the answer is what? 35 millimeter. A. Any question on this review? Any question on this review? All right. So thank you very much for your attention. See you next time. Bye bye.